For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Tinkle. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. What's a move on Byron Scott? What a move by Larry Bird. Along his double. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again.
This fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. Join the Miami Heat.
James pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
Here's off the weather, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 2024, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the 1949 to 1929 NBA history resimulation. Hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have. We are down to the final 2 episodes. That is right. Today we go from 2024 to 2027. Tomorrow we go from 2027 to the very end, 2029. And then Thursday I will have my episode where I give you guys my top 10. I'll give you maybe 5 to 10 guys that are just outside, maybe that aren't necessarily ranked, but maybe that just missed a cut. Top 10 players of all time, you know, the best teams, all that stuff. If you guys want me to discuss anything else, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in that video, because it's going to be a much shorter video. But yeah, if you guys want to know anything specific, maybe how I did the series, any questions that you guys have, seriously, make that video a Q&A essentially, right? So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below of this video or the next video, tomorrow's video. And let me know, and give me questions that you guys have of how maybe I did the series, what I thought about certain players, what I thought about certain things that happened with 2K20 as far as how this video went, suggestions for 2K21 when I do this again, and then like I said, if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will let you guys know what the big twist is for the next season of this series in 2K21, and we are 17 subscribers away. So subscribe if you guys haven't already. We are trying to get to 1,000. Hit the like button, share these videos, and just get this out there. So anyways, let's jump to it. Last episode, Jamal Murray has taken over in real life and in 2K. Jamal Murray won the last 2 MVPs. Kevin Durant won the first season in yesterday's episode. So Kevin Durant now has 4 MVPs. LeBron James retired. And yeah, Denver won 2 NBA championships in 3 years. They beat the Nets in 2022. And then the Nets beat the Lakers in 2023. Then last season, 2024, the Nuggets beat the Hawks. And Jamal Murray won Finals MVP for both of those. So yeah, there it is right there. So yeah, and the Nuggets swept the Hawks last year. So there you go. That's kind of what happened in the last episode. Let's get to it. Onto player retirements here. Like I said, LeBron has retired. Al Horford retires. JJ Redick retires. Dwight Howard retires. I believe he got 1 title, didn't he? Yeah, 1 title in 2016. And yeah, Darren Williams retires. I believe he just won a 6-man. But yeah, there you go. There's the retirement list. Let's look at the Hall of Famers. We have Dwight Howard and Kyle Lowry, 19 points per game, 13 rebounds for Dwight Howard, and Lowry 21 points and 7 assists. So the 2024 NBA draft has happened, and obviously there's no real players, so I'm just going to kind of show you guys. I mean, we've got maybe, 670 overalls. The best player looks like is this Joshua Hammons guy, 6'9", going to the Thunder. But other than that, and Quinn Hood dropped to 11 out of 77 overall. Watkins is 75 overall. So we'll see if any of these guys turn into anything, but let's move on to free agency. So NBA free agency is here, and Kevin Love goes from Sacramento to Minnesota. KD stays in Atlanta. Jason Tatum goes from Houston to New Orleans. Kemba Walker stays in Sacramento. Kawhi stays in Cleveland. Anthony Edwards stays in LA. Let's see here. Carmelo goes from... Oh, no, this is Cole Anthony, sorry. Carmelo retired. Cole Anthony stays with the Magic. Marcus Gasol goes from New York to Memphis. Oh, wow. Okay, so New York lost their DPOY for, 7 straight years, I believe? 8 straight years, and he now goes to Memphis. And then, let's see, anyone else? LaMelo Ball stays with the Heat, and James Wiseman stays in Philly. And yeah, that's about it, just kind of re-signings. The 2024-2025 NBA season is over, and Anthony Edwards wins MVP after averaging 30 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per game, shot 50, 40, and 86. Rookie of the Year is Thiago Covington. DeJounte Murray wins 6th Man of the Year. Rudy Gobert is your DPOY. For the first time, Marcus Gasol is not the Defensive Player of the Year. And most improved is Max Christie with the LA Lakers. All-NBA first team is Cole Anthony, Anthony Edwards, Ben Simmons, Imani Bates, and Nikola Jokic. And then All-NBA second team, we got LaMelo Ball, Steph Curry, Giannis, Anthony Davis, and Towns. And then the All-NBA third team, we got John Morant, Jamal Murray, former MVP, 26 and 10, Zion, Marvin Bagley, and DeAndre Ayton. And then all defense first team, we got Melton, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi, Jaren Jackson, and Rudy Gobert. And then the second team, we got Marcus Smart, Cassius Stanley, Giannis, Jonathan Isaac, and Marcus Gasol. So on to the playoffs here. The MVP, Anthony Edwards, is on the 7-seeded Lakers. And then we got the number 1 seeded San Antonio Spurs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Luka this year 22, 7, and 6. Jokic 24, 10, and 6.8. And then you got Lonzo on that team, 11 and 9. Jimmy Butler's on that team as well. When did that happen? Oh, I guess that happened a few years ago. I forgot that happened. And Devin Booker's also on that team. And then we got Oklahoma City Thunder versus Dallas. Giannis and Ben Simmons trying to get past the second round for once. Sacramento and Houston is the 3 and 6, and then we got Denver as a 2 seed versus the LA Lakers as a 7 seed. In the East, the Miami Heat are the number 1 seed with LaMelo Ball and Zion. Patrick Baldwin, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tristan Thompson, Jaren Jackson Jr. is also on that team. They're going up against the Bucks, who have Grant, Caldwell Pope, Kid Gilchrist, Chris, and Holmgren. And then we got Toronto versus Detroit. Bronny, obviously on this team with DeAndre and Isaiah Todd, versus the Pistons with Culver, Garland. Bol is on this team. So Bol, there's a Bol sighting. Indiana and Charlotte as a 3 and 6, and then we got Orlando, who has Cole Anthony, and the rest of the... Wow, that's a decent team. Cole Anthony must be... Yeah, Cole Anthony, 37 points per game. Shakir with Alex Antetokounmpo, Spellman, and the rest of that team. And then, Boston has RJ Hampton, Chris Middleton, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and DeMarcus Cousins. So here we go, round 1, and the Pistons, the Bucks, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Boston Celtics, the Hornets, the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves are all eliminated. That 2-seeded curse with NBA 2K hits the Nuggets this year. So the defending champions are eliminated. We got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Dallas Mavericks, and we got the Sacramento Kings versus the LA Lakers. So the MVP getting past the second round and beating the defending champions. And this side, we got the Heat with LaMelo, Buddy Hield, Zion, and they are going up against Bronny. And then we got Orlando versus Indiana on this side. Okay, so here we go. Round 2, the Orlando Magic get swept by the Pacers. The Lakers lose in 4. The Dallas Mavericks lose, and the Miami Heat lose to Toronto. So we've got Bronny versus the Pacers with Shea, Jalen Green, Blake Griffin, Mitchell Robinson, Dubaya. All right, how's Jalen Green doing? 20.6 assists. He was the #1 pick in 2021. And then we got San Antonio versus Sacramento. James Harden, Kemba Walker. This might be the farthest James Harden has gotten in his career. He's only averaging 17 a game though. But yeah, his prime was a bit ago, unfortunately. So here we go. The conference finals. San Antonio takes a 1-0 lead. Indiana and Toronto are tied at 1. San Antonio has a 2-1 lead. Indiana has a 2-1 lead. And Indiana beats Toronto 3-1. And then the Sacramento Kings are eliminated by San Antonio 3-1. So we have the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals for the first time since 2020. Yeah, it's been a while since they've made it. Nikola Jokic that year won MVP and a Finals MVP in the same season. Indiana has not made it to the NBA Finals in a really long time. I think the last time was when they had Melo, and that was 2016 where they won it. Dwight Howard won Finals MVP that year. So here we go. This is going to be an interesting series. Game 1 goes to San Antonio. Game 2 goes to San Antonio. Game 3 goes to Indiana. Game 4 will go to San Antonio. So we'll jump in the Simcast here. In San Antonio, can the Spurs win their second title in, what would this be? Second title in 5 years. But Indiana has a 13-point lead. Now an 11-point lead in the 4th. And then down to the wire, we got an 8-point lead. San Antonio making a comeback here, but Indiana is going to pull away. And they force a Game 6. So 3-2 series here. Game 6 in Indiana. Wow, that was a big Game 5 for Indiana because now they're at home. And they might force a Game 7 here, and they will. So we have another Game 7 in the NBA Finals in San Antonio here. And Indiana trying to come back from 3-1 at the half. It is pretty much tied. Tied in the 3rd. And at the end of 3, San Antonio has a 2-point lead. Late into the 4th. Darn it! Every time, every video, I accidentally hit, sim the rest of the game. Gosh darn it, dude. It was actually a close game, too. San Antonio wins 118 to 113. PC is just a little too fast, I think, sometimes, but unfortunately. 118 to 113, San Antonio does win. Devin Booker puts up 23. Luka puts up 23, 9 and 4. Jokic 21, 12 and 5. Jabari Parker 14 and 7. And then for the Pacers, Green tried 28 and 6. Blake Griffin 22 and 9. Shea 20 and 8. But it is not enough. And the San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions. Nikola Jokic wins his second NBA title to go with his 1 MVP, regular season MVP. 21 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's 30 years old. He's at a 94 overall. But that's a really, really good team. Luka averaged 21, 6 and 6 in the playoffs. Devin Booker 16, 3 and 2 in the playoffs. And then Jabari Parker 18 and 6. The 2025 NBA draft, and Lonnie White goes #1 to the Cavs. He's a 77 overall. The best player was Norm Garnett. Goes to Portland at #4. And then I believe that's about it for these auto-generated drafted players. So the 2025 NBA free agency is here, and Lauri Markkanen goes from Detroit to San Antonio, a 20 points per game player at 28 years old, joins the defending champions. Derrick Rose leaves Minnesota after winning one title with Minnesota, and he goes to Oklahoma City. De'Aaron Fox was traded from Milwaukee to Philly, but he stays in Philly. James Harden stays in Sacramento. Russ goes to Dallas, leaving Cleveland. Capella joins the Nuggets. Or no, he was already on Nuggets. Rudy Gobert goes from Brooklyn to Philly. And then let's see, Cunningham stays in Chicago. Kuminga stays with the Clippers. Josh Jackson goes from Golden State to Memphis. Shea goes from Indiana to the Miami Heat. That's an interesting one. And Blake Griffin leaves Indiana to Golden State. So Indiana losing a couple of big players. BJ Boston staying in New Orleans. Isaiah Todd staying in Toronto. And yeah, that's about it. 2025-2026 NBA season is over, and Ja Morant wins MVP with the Houston Rockets, 27 points per game, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. He's 27 years old now, and yeah, playing well for Houston. The Rookie of the Year is Craig Harrington, 10 points, 4 rebounds. DeJounte Murray is 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Jalen Duran, 16.7 rebounds, had a steal and 2 blocks per game. Mikey Williams is Most Improved, 29 points per game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. So him and Imani Bates are that really good duo in Golden State. Josh Wall wins Coach of the Year, All-NBA first team. We got Ja, Mikey Williams, Imani Bates. These two teammates are really, really good. Zion with the Heat makes it to the All-NBA first team, and DeAndre Ayton with the Toronto Raptors. All-NBA second team, we got Steph, Anthony Edwards, Obadiah Toppin, Ben Simmons, and Towns. And then the third team, we got Cole Anthony, LaMelo, Luka, RJ, and Nikola Jokic. So that duo, Jokic and Doncic, are on the All-NBA third team. All defensive first team, we got Melton, Mikey, and then Okeke. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with pronouncing names, my bad. Jaren Jackson and Jalen Duran. And then all defensive second team, we got Cassie Stanley, Klay Thompson, Giannis, Jonathan Isaac, and Rudy Gobert. So the Denver Nuggets are an 8 seed. The Houston Rockets are the 1 seed with their MVP. Dallas is a 4 seed with Giannis and Ben Simmons. They're going up against Anthony Edwards, the former MVP. We got OKC versus Golden State with that duo of Mikey and Imani Bates. By the way, DeMar DeRozan, Blake Griffin came over from Indiana. And then they got Mo Bamba and Kevin Knox. And then we got San Antonio as a 2 seed going up against that Utah team is back in the playoffs. Trae Young, Klay, DeAndre Hunter. They replaced LeBron with DeAndre Hunter. That's not a bad replacement, not gonna lie. Julius Randle, Zubac. I mean, yeah, a lot of their depth is gone, but I mean, Trae Young averaging 23 and 7. He's gonna have to carry. Klay is going down. He's regressing. But DeAndre Hunter with Trae Young, we'll see what happens with them. And in the East, we got Philly and Milwaukee. Philly with Donovan Mitchell. That's right, Donovan Mitchell left Memphis for Philly, and he joined. Darren Fox is on that team as well. Jaden McDaniels, and then James Wiseman is on that team as well. They're going up against Milwaukee. Then we got Atlanta versus Orlando, Indiana versus Washington, and Miami versus New York. So here we go. Round 1. The Pacers, the Magic, the LA Lakers, the Bucks, the Utah Jazz, the Denver Nuggets, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the New York Knicks are all eliminated. Not too many surprises here. I guess the biggest one is Golden State upsetting Oklahoma City, and then Washington upsetting Indiana, who made it to the NBA Finals last year. But Indiana lost a couple guys, so not really surprising there. So round 2, the Dallas Mavericks are eliminated, the Wizards are gone, the Hawks are gone, and the Golden State Warriors are so close, but they are eliminated by the defending champions, the San Antonio Spurs. So we got Houston with the MVP, Ja Morant, Josh Hart, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, and Bam. And then Avita coming off the bench with that team versus the defending champions, Lonzo, Booker, Doncic, Lauri Markkanen, which was a big addition. Jokic, Fultz, Parker, Winslow is coming off the bench. That team is so deep. Then we got Philly with Mitchell versus LaMelo Ball in Miami, and Zion. They also have Shea, who came over from Indiana this year. So here we go. The conference finals. Both series tied at 1. Nice. And the Miami Heat beat Philly 3-1. San Antonio is up 2-1, and Houston comes back and beats the defending champions, the San Antonio Spurs. And we got the Houston Rockets versus the Miami Heat. LaMelo Ball, Buddy Hield, Zion versus John. We got John Morant versus Zion NBA Finals. With Bam Adebayo on that Houston team. This is going to be a good series. So game 1 goes to Houston and John Morant. Game 2 goes to John Morant and Houston. Game 3 goes to Zion and the Miami Heat. Game 4 goes to Houston. And jumping in the Simcast here in Miami, can Miami force a Game 6? Looks like they are going to. So they force a Game 6. Game 6, here we go, in Houston. Houston's blowing them out. Yeah, this is a blowout. They have 104 points through 3 quarters. That's gonna do it. 150. Holy crap! What a closeout game for Houston. Wow. John Morant puts up 39 and 9. Gary Harris is on this team. Avita puts up 19 and 3 and 3. Aaron Gordon 19 and 8. Bam 10 and 18. But Ja Morant goes nuts, and he leads the Houston Rockets to an NBA title, 31 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists in the NBA Finals. At just 27 years old, Ja Morant wins MVP and Finals MVP in the same year. A couple of Hall of Famers, we got Brandon Roy, 22, 5, and 7. I think he might have won one championship. I can't really remember. And then John Wall retires as well, 20 points and 9 assists per game in his career. This is the NBA draft. We got Jimmy Bowen, who's a 79 overall, goes to the Bulls. 76 overall, Harper goes to the Pelicans. A couple of solid late picks here. 77, 76 overall to the Cavs and Hornets. And yep, there you go. There is the 2026 NBA draft. 2026 NBA free agencies here. Bates and Williams obviously re-sign. Drummond goes from Sacramento to Washington. Wiggins stays in Sacramento. Bronny obviously stays in Toronto. Donovan Mitchell stays in Philly. Mo Bamba goes from Golden State to Indiana. DeJounte Murray goes from Charlotte to Boston. And yeah, there's the rest of your free agents for 2026. 2026-2027 NBA season is over, and father like son, LeBron James Jr., Bronny, wins MVP, 31.6 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 11 assists per game with the Toronto Raptors. Rookie of the Year is Stuart Fry for Utah. Denny Avita, I believe is how you say his name. I really can't remember. He's a Sixth Man of the Year for Houston. 22.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Jalen Duran wins DPOY for the second straight year. Lonnie White wins Most Improved. And Magic Johnson is your Coach of the Year. So Bronny on the All-NBA first team with Steph, Zion, Obadiah Toppin, 23 and 12 a game. And Nikola Jokic is on the All-NBA first team as well. Got All-NBA second team here. Jamal Murray is back on the second team, 27 and 10 after having a kind of a down year last year. Mikey Williams, Luka, Imani Bates, and Towns. And then we got All-NBA third team John Morant, who won MVP last year. Pretty much had just as good numbers, if not better, but did not win MVP this year. Anthony Edwards, Ben Simmons, Giannis, and DeAndre Ayton wrap up the All-NBA third team. All defensive first team, we got Melton, Mikey Williams, Jaren Jackson, Toppin, and Duran. And the second team, we got Stanley, Edwards, Giannis, Jonathan Isaac, and Miles Turner. So, onto the NBA playoffs here. The San Antonio Spurs are the number 1 seed, with Houston being the number 2. Denver is back up to being pretty good. Jamal Murray's up to 97 overall now. And he's leading that team at 30 years old. Lonnie Walker's on that team. TJ Warren, AD is now 34. And Clint Capella, Bradley Beal is coming off the bench. They're going up against Utah with Trae Young, Clay, DeAndre Hunter, Julius Randle, and Biyombo. And then we got the Lakers as the 3 seed going up against the Phoenix Suns. Cassius Stanley, RJ Barrett's on that team, Wendell Carter Jr. Then we got Houston, John Morant, and the defending champions up against the Dallas Mavericks, who have Russell Westbrook, Giannis, and Ben Simmons. And then with the East, we got Philly versus Cleveland. Philly, who has De'Aaron Fox, Victor Oladipo now, Jaden McDaniels, Evan Mobley, James Wiseman, Donovan Mitchell coming off the bench. They're going up against Cleveland. And then we got Atlanta versus Washington, Miami versus Toronto. So the MVP is a 6-seeded Toronto Raptors. And then we got the Orlando Magic versus the Boston Celtics. So here we go. Round 1 in the final season of our episode today. The Denver Nuggets as the 4 seed are eliminated. The Cavs are eliminated. The Phoenix Suns, Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks, Toronto Raptors MVP. Bronny is now eliminated. Washington Wizards are eliminated. The Grizzlies are gone. So the San Antonio Spurs versus the Utah Jazz. The Houston Rockets versus the LA Lakers. We got Philly versus Atlanta, and Orlando versus Miami. So only one upset, and that was Utah beating Denver. So here we go. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. San Antonio up 2-1 over Utah. Houston up 2-1 over LA. Philly, Atlanta tied at 1. Orlando up 2-1 over Miami. And we got Houston beating the LA Lakers. Philly is eliminated. The Magic are gone. And the Utah Jazz are eliminated. Hopefully that happens in real life tonight. And the San Antonio Spurs versus the Houston Rockets. We got a rematch, I believe, from a year ago. And we got Miami versus Atlanta. So Miami trying to make it to the NBA Finals for a second straight year. And get revenge over the Houston Rockets. But the Atlanta Hawks are into the conference finals with Kevin Durant, who's down to an 84 overall. and Towns, who's at a 96 overall, 20-13 this season. So here we go. The conference finals. San Antonio up 1-0. Miami up 1-0. Miami up 2-1. Houston ties up that series at 1. San Antonio takes a 2-1 lead. Miami wins that series 3-1. And we got a different NBA Finals. The Heat making it back-to-back. The Spurs getting back to the NBA Finals, beating the defending champions. And they're back into the NBA Finals for the second year in 3 years. They beat the Pacers 2 years ago in 7 games. The Heat lost in 6 last year to the Rockets. So here we go. We got Shea, LaMelo, Patrick Baldwin, Zion, and Jaren Jackson. That's a really good team in Miami. In San Antonio, we got Markelle Fultz, Devin Booker, Luka, Lauri Markkanen, and Nikola Jokic. These two teams might be the best 2 teams in the league right now. And, you know, they're in the NBA Finals. But those 2 teams are insane. Game 1 goes to the Miami Heat. Game 2 goes to Miami, okay. Game 3 goes to San Antonio. Game 4 goes to Miami. So here we go. Kind of a swap from last year with Miami. And we enter the 4th quarter. 5 minutes to go. The San Antonio Spurs have a lead. They're trying to stay alive and force a game 6. They're up by 2 with 2 minutes to go. Up by 1. Up by 2. Let's get down to, 50 seconds here. Miami with a 3-point lead. Let's jump in. Miami has a chance to win the NBA Finals. Player of the game here in Game 5 is LaMelo Ball, putting out 40 points so far. Here we go. San Antonio with the ball. Jabari Parker has it. He's going to get a screen from Jokic over to Fultz. Come on, San Antonio needs a buck here. Fultz is going to pass it back. Okay. I thought he was going to take a tough shot there. Fultz was wide open, but there you go. They give it right back to him. Misses the 3. And Miami with the rebound, 27 seconds to go. And what in the world? What kind of defense was that by San Antonio? Miami taking a 5-point lead with 25 seconds to go. And looks like this might be it. The Miami Heat might be NBA champions here. San Antonio is going to have to get a quick bucket at least, and probably hit a quick 3. And Parker getting doubled right away. Over to Fultz. Fultz gets fouled and misses it. He needed that and 1. He really needed that. The first free throw is good. And the second is good. Okay, so it's back to a 3-point game. They're going to have to play the foul game, though. And I think Miami's probably going to hit both free throws. But ball into Shea. Let's see if he can hit both free throws. And he hits both free throws there. So it's back to a 5-point game. San Antonio, they're going to have to hit a quick 3 if they even want a chance at this. Parker, don't know what he's doing. He's just going to hold the ball into Jokic, out to Booker. Booker, 3. No good. Miami with the rebound. And that will do it. The Miami Heat are NBA champions as they foul for no reason. But that will do it. The Miami Heat are NBA champions after losing a year ago to the Houston Rockets as Shea hits that one. I believe that's Shea, right? Yeah. Shea hits that one and hits both. It's a 7-point lead for the Heat. And that will do it. The Miami Heat are NBA champions for the first time, at least with this group. Zion wins his first. LaMelo Ball wins his first. I'm curious to see who wins Finals MVP. LaMelo Ball had 40 points in this game. And yeah, they finally win. They lost to the Rockets last year in 6. So Zion and LaMelo, that duo is now 1-1 in the NBA Finals. And let's see who gets Finals MVP here. As Luka and Jokic lose, I believe, they're now 2-1 in the NBA Finals. I don't think they ever lost one when they did make it. So they're now 2-1 in the NBA Finals. As one of the Morris twins is holding the trophy. Who wins Finals MVP? It is LaMelo Ball winning Finals MVP. There you go. The Heat are NBA champions. LaMelo Ball averaged 37 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 12 assists per game. He's at a 92 overall, just 26 years old, and they beat the San Antonio Spurs in 5 games. And that will do it. That's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Kind of just all three different winners here for MVP and 3 different winners for the finals, which was kind of cool. Kind of a crazy episode. Jokic won, or the Spurs and Jokic won Finals MVP. John Morant with the Houston Rockets won Finals MVP, and now LaMelo Ball with the Heat winning Finals MVP, and then the regular season MVP we had Anthony Edwards win one, John Morant win one, and Bronny win one. So there you go. That's the video, guys. The second to last video here on this series. I guess third to last technically. And like I said earlier in the video, so tomorrow we will have the final 2 seasons of this series, and then on Thursday I will have the top 10 my top 10 players of all time list for you guys. I'll give you guys some other guys that just missed the cut, and then yeah, I'll kind of get a list of, you know, the best teams, you know, who won the most championships. I'm curious to see who won the most championships. It might be the Jazz. They won 6, I believe. Let's see, how many did they win? They won 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah, they won 6. I feel like so someone won. Maybe it was the Hawks that won a lot early on. I honestly, it's been so long. It's been like 2 months. But yeah, I will go ahead and put that video out on Thursday once the series is officially over. But also on Thursday, like I said earlier in this video, in the comments down below, if you guys have any questions or comments that you guys want me to talk about in Thursday's video, let me know. You know, it could be questions about how I did the series, how I did specific things, what was the, you know, maybe like what was the funnest part about doing the series, the hardest part about doing the series, stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, I will do a Q&A, and then I'll have your guys' comment pop up on the screen. So yeah, let me know. Comment down below, ask me some questions. And you know, you could have questions about the next series, because I will be doing this for 2020 or 2K21. But obviously with a big twist. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will let you guys know what that twist is. We're at 983 right now, so we need 17 more. So like I said, I would appreciate it, guys, if you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, trying to get to 1,000. And other than that, guys, I really hope you guys have enjoyed the series. It's been a ton of fun. 1 more episode, 2 more seasons to go. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in those 2 seasons. Give me your guesses down below. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed. This has been a lot of fun, and it's crazy that it's coming to an end. But 2K21 is out in 3 days, so I'm pretty excited. Obviously, it's gonna be more of the same of what we got 2K20. Obviously, until next gen comes out. But hey, I'm excited. Let's get to it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Later, guys.